Absolutely. One of my favorite ones, and chances are, if it's folks that have had followed us before, they've heard this story before. But it's about Jed. Jed's a carpet cleaner. He's based out of the Midwest. It was actually got connected from a friend that I went to high school with, and but Jed was one of the first ones also that we ran through completely through the profit formula. Now, Jed's little background on Jed's story: Jed had worked for a carpet cleaner, realized I can do this. This isn't that big of a deal. He went and started running his own business, and needless to say, he wasn't very successful. He did what he thought he witnessed his previous employer do, which was he ran coupons. He spent a lot of money trying to market his business through coupons. He'd build his customer base through that. But at the end of the year, there wasn't a whole lot of time and there wasn't a whole lot of money left over for him. As we began to work together and we introduced him to the profit formula, we began to help him focus in on certain areas. So his coupons, there was a few of them that were quite effective. There was a lot more that weren't serving him. In fact, he was losing money every month that he began to invest and put those coupons out. So we helped him focus in and say which lead generation sources were producing the best leads for him. We focused a little more on that. By doing that, though, we also reduced his advertising costs. And so there was a little money made up right there, and we began to look at that. As we ran through other strategies to help him re-engage old customers, so he had these people, but he never did anything with them unless they called and they wanted an estimate right now or they wanted that carpet cleaning done right now. We spoke with him a little bit about how do we get a little bit more money out of everybody who calls for a coupon. Now, for a carpet cleaner, if you're a carpet cleaner watching this, you know exactly what that looks like, right? That's spot treatments. That's improving and maybe doing some upholstery cleaning. Those are some of those upsells that produce more money into that transaction. But he had no idea to think about that. Of course, he had learned about upsells, but in the past, he was just doing it for an employer because an employer told him to do it. Once we kind of helped Jed figure out what does it look like for his business and how even a small $10 upsell can translate into thousands of dollars over the year, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars over the year. Just depends on what that is. So we focused on some of those key areas. What's fun is as we plug in, and if we've got this case study on our website. If you reach back out to us, we'll more than happy to share the whole thing with it. But as you watch all of this lie out on this case study of this 10% improvement in these 5 key areas of his business, you'll see how it drastically, I mean, there's no other word, it drastically improved his bottom line, which gave him more money at the end of the year. Now that's great. What's more impressive is year 2. Year 2, if you ask him what was the best part about year 2 working with our program, he'll tell you that he actually got 2 weeks vacation. Because prior to that, as a business owner, he never was able to take a vacation. This was the first time that he was, 1, able to afford it, but 2, it was already worked in and he was able to take some time away from the business. But that's the kind of results that we're talking about. And more importantly is, after using this program, and here's the truth of it is, he continued to use the program the same way we coached him for the first couple of years. He did it on his own after that. He then was able to grow his business to where he wasn't out doing carpet cleaning. He was managing multiple trucks, multiple guys who were out doing the exact same thing, and he continued to grow his business accordingly. Because he understood those 5 key areas, he began to understand how do you engage old clients, old customers, how do you get an upsell in there, how do you leverage a good marketing technique such as coupons if you're a carpet cleaner or a dry cleaner or a restaurant in order to turn them into customers that were long-term customers over the course of the time. Jed's a great story just because now he's got a multi-million-dollar business, continues to run the business. It's an exciting part of looking at how the profit formula and just exposing it to somebody who a couple years prior was an employee and thought he knew better and knew how to do it. By going through that, we were able to help him pay off trucks, buy new trucks, expand his workforce, ultimately become a true business owner where now he's got a business that at any point when he's ready to sell, he can easily sell the business for millions of dollars.